Tariffs are hammering the auto industry, and Volvo just got caught in the crossfire. Raw material costs are exploding, global trade routes are shifting, and EV hype is starting to fade. Volvo, once cruising on momentum, is now struggling to protect its bestsellers and salvage its electrification strategy. With billions lost on failed EV launches and a fresh wave of trade pressure building, the company is looking to the U.S. as its next production stronghold. But is it too late to make such a bold move? The stakes are massive. Time is running thin. Hit the like and subscribe, and let's break down why America has become the last hope for Volvo's future. Volvo's next big move might just be out of necessity. With tariffs breathing down their neck, the Swedish automaker is seriously weighing a major shift idea, bringing the production of its two U.S. bestsellers, the XC60 and XC90 crossovers, stateside. The reason? Protect itself from the costs of U.S. import duties and shield its core SUV lineup from becoming financial liabilities. How urgent is it? Very. In just the first half of 2025, Volvo sold 21,907 XC60s and 19,748 XC90s in the U.S. Together, these two made up 64% of Volvo's 64,680 total American sales. That is not just about the volume. It's about the lifeline of a well-established car company. So, shifting production of these to South Carolina makes more than strategic sense. It is economic triage. According to insiders, production of the XC60 would start in January 2027, with the XC90 following by October 2028. These would join the EX90 and Polestar 3, already made at Volvo's underused Ridgeville SC facility that can crank out 150,000 vehicles a year. Tariffs are not going away anytime soon, and for Volvo, standing still is no longer an option. But shifting production comes at a price, and Volvo's already paid dearly for its earlier bets. Volvo's $1.2 billion misstep with the EX90 and ES90 is a masterclass in what happens when software delays meet geopolitical trade chaos. The EX90, launched with fanfare as the start of a new era, crashed into production delays and buggy software that stalled sales. Then came the ES90, the S90's electric successor, and it didn't even get a fair shot. Why? Tariffs. A staggering 247.5% U.S. tariff on Chinese EV imports made the ES90 unprofitable before it even hit the lot. The result? A write-down worth 11.4 billion Swedish kroner, $1.2 billion. The EX90 didn't help much either. Just 1,972 units sold in 6 months, while older models like the XC90 moved 3,004 units in June alone. Volvo admits that both models now have reduced lifecycle profitability, with Europe also slapping tariffs on Chinese-built EVs, squeezing ES90 margins there too. Despite CEO Fredrik Hansen's optimism that EX90 tech will shape future Volvos, the reality today is a bit different. The fallout didn't just hit Volvo's balance sheet, it dipped the investor confidence and forced a strategy reset. And things got even worse in June. According to a report in early July, Volvo's summer was more than just a seasonal hiccup. It was a signal flare. June sales dropped 12% year-over-year, with fully electric vehicle sales diving 26%. Even plug-in hybrids could not hold the line, down 19% and now only making up 44% of total volume. That is 4 months in a row of falling sales. In Europe, volumes plummeted 14%. The U.S. fared slightly better with a 7% drop, while China dipped 3%. But across the board, the company's electrification push is hitting serious resistance, and the weight of tariffs, soft EV demand, and poor margins is becoming unbearable. The company has already responded by slashing 3,000 white-collar jobs and pulling its earnings forecast for the next 2 years. In short, things are not looking good until the trade war do not settles. With electrification faltering and costs climbing, Volvo can't afford to just cut forecasts and sit idle. Adjusting as quickly as possible is what they need because there is a copper storm brewing that could make things even worse. President Trump's latest tariff shockwave? A 50% hit on imported copper, just when automakers could least afford it. Prices on the U.S. COMEX exchange have already skyrocketed to $5.68 a pound, or $12,526 per metric ton. That's a 30% premium over the global benchmark. Why does this matter? Copper is the lifeline of modern vehicles, especially EVs. While combustion cars need about 24 kilograms of copper, fully electric vehicles require over 59 kilograms. Tariffs mean car makers are now paying $1,700 more per U.S.-built vehicle, and up to $5,700 for imports. That's a disaster for a business already operating on razor-thin margins. Auto suppliers are panicking. They have started asking automakers to pay more, immediately. Parts makers like Hellwig Products say steel prices have quadrupled since 2018, and they have had to delay equipment upgrades just to survive. This copper move is not just another trade scuffle, it's a direct strike at the auto sector's future. And for European brands like Volvo, the next round of tariffs could be even more damaging. Trump's proposed 30% tariff on EU, and Mexican imports could spark an outright trade war. For automakers, it's existential. European auto stocks plummeted after the announcement. Porsche fell 2.4%, BMW and Mercedes dropped 2%, and Volkswagen slid 1.9%. Volvo, already reeling from US and Chinese tariffs, now faces another hammer blow. EU officials warned that a 30% rate would be effectively prohibitive, likely slashing transatlantic trade altogether. The EU has prepared 72 billion euros in retaliatory tariffs, targeting everything from US auto parts to wine and aircraft, ready to trigger by early August if talks fail. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley has downgraded European earnings forecasts, predicting negative growth for 2025. That's a chilling forecast for companies like Volvo, which is already struggling with 24% stock losses this year. It's a tense game of chicken. Neither side wants to blink, but both are accelerating toward a wall. With retaliatory tariffs looming, Volvo's margin for error is vanishing fast. So, what's next in this global chess match? Volvo's near-term strategy must now revolve around agility, localization, and tech resilience. Moving XC60 and XC90 production to the U.S. is not just smart. It will be handy in survival until the tariff uncertainty remains. It will surely shield the company from tariff volatility, stabilize costs, and align with Volvo's mantra of "build where we sell." But that is only part of the fix. Volvo will need to rein in ambitious but risky EV launches. The EX90's misfire proved that bleeding-edge software and premium EVs are not enough, especially in a cost-crunched, tariff-heavy world. Instead, the company may need to put their efforts on hybrid options, while demand for full EVs plateaus. If Trump's 30% EU tariff goes into effect on August 1st, a swift EU counterattack, a further chill in US-EU trade, and rising inflation across automotive supply chains are expected. If cooler heads prevail and talks succeed, Volvo and the industry might avoid the worst. But regardless of the diplomatic outcome, one thing is clear. The global car business is entering a new age where politics, not just product, shape profitability. For Volvo, the road ahead is full of hazards, but it is also full of opportunity if they play it right. In the end, let's take an overview of the details from today's video. Volvo is betting big on US production to dodge punishing tariffs. The EX90 and ES90 turned into a billion-dollar problem. EV sales are slashed, supply costs are up, and new copper and EU tariffs could make things worse. Still, Volvo is not backing down. By shifting strategy, local builds, tighter cost control, and smarter platform design, they're aiming to stay competitive in a landscape changing by the minute. But can they turn this around before the pressure breaks them? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates.